Hey everybody, it's me, Banter, and you know what time it is. I just want to just side note here to people who are coming to this channel and are just like, complaining because I'm not growing. Let me tell you something. The only reason I'm continuing this channel is for the people who wanted me back. The people who wanted me to come back and do videos and review certain things, like that show. So that's why. So anyone who comes to this channel and says, blah, 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 you're not growing, get the hell out of here before you get blocked. Anyway, moving on. Yes, we're back. Last week, there was no, yeah, I didn't get a recap episode. I didn't see any on, because I'm watching it through Hulu, but maybe it might be different from Disney Plus. But anyway, I didn't see any recap from last week. But this week, we're back. Episode 22, Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War. This is where it gets really weird. Marching out the zombies. Yeah, it's weird. It's just, there's no way to, But before we get that, we get obviously the precursor of Ichigo, Chad, or Hime about Uryu. The thing about Uryu is this. Anyone who's read the manga knows why he did what he did. This has nothing to do with anything but simple playing. And this might be spoilers for anime onlys. He's doing this for about the same reason you could think that Ichigo's doing this. Yuha purposely killed their mothers. That's what it boils down to. And if you've seen the flashback of Ichigo's mother arc in the final arc, you would know, oh, wait a minute. It wasn't just Ichigo's mother that this happened to. It was Uryu's mother. Right. So that's really the gist of this whole thing. I don't think that's really spoiler territory, though, because if you've seen the part in the show, in the anime, where they do show, they do, Ichigo's father explains, Ishin explains his mother's everything, you do realize, oh, wait a minute, Uryu is doing this for the same reason. But, yeah, there's a falling out, and Ichigo knows that there's a good reason for him doing this, as Chad tells him, and they're going to go on their way. Basically, Urahara's there, and they're going to basically do the same thing that they did, how to get into the Seirete, and they're going to use the Shiba. It's like, it's the Shiba-esque canon, but it's something that they built. Urahara and, Mayuri. So, they're in the cannon. They're ready to go. They got this goo that is like ignition for them to blast off and go into the royal capital. Now, we get some interesting fights, not to the extent we want. We get Najakoop. That guy's name is weird. He confronts Byakuya along with the guy who fought Shansui, and we have Catnip kind of there. And she doesn't fight Byakuya. That's silly talk. She makes it a comment. Where's Ichigo? I'm like, Candace, give it up. You can't beat him. We also get an interesting. Oh man, this to me. I don't remember it from the manga. I don't remember if Renji did end up finding him. But this was an interesting banter between Renji and Basby. He called him a chicken because of his hair. I was like, damn. And it was funny because Basby was going to call out Renji and give him props because of his eyebrows. It's weird. It was very weird. I liked it though. It was cool. Let's go. Um, but you know that happened, and obviously they're gonna fight. The main focus, though, Gissele and her power. Zombies. I read this in the manga, and I was like, what the? Basically, the short end of it is this: Gisele's power is simple. Her Stern Ritter power is, well, she explains it very interesting. When it's the Soul Reapers, all she has to do is spill her blood on them, and they turn into zombies. With Quincy's, she has to kill them. So she basically killed that Bambita. She killed her. She killed her and then turned her into a zombie. So we get the beginnings of this. It's not. This fight, I think, is going to be pretty short. There's some. It's not a long fight because basically what happens is Igaku fights them. Igaku and Yukicha, they fight them. They do a little banter here and there with Bambita. They don't really get any headway. And then, of course, Mayuri shows up, bright as all hell. Sorry. And he ends up basically using these devices that basically trap Reishi. And he's able to trap Bambita's bombs in these Reishi containers and use it against them. And, you know, the fight isn't over, obviously, because then Mayuri reveals she's got more zombies. She's got the Soul Reapers, the other Soul Reapers from Squad 11. And then Mayuri comes out and brings out the Ironcars. He's got the one that fought Uryu, the one who fought Ichigo. He's got the one that fought Yumikicha. And the one that Igaku fought in the World of the Living. That was that really brash Ironcar, you know, talking shit to Grimmjow, and Grimmjow, like, wasted him. But they all show up, and then you end up fighting the Soul Reapers and take them out very easily. Until Bambita decides to reveal the other part of her plan. Not Bambita, I mean Gissele. My apologies. It's a guy. He's a zombie too. But I don't want to spoil. At least to say, this doesn't go anywhere. I'm dead serious. This fight is good, but I don't want to spoil. I'm kind of am, but I just, yeah, bear with us. And that's pretty much it in this episode. It's not a lot. I believe what's going to happen is this. This one and next week is going to be dedicated to the zombies. And then we're going to get Ichigo, Uryu, going to the Royal Palace. And then it's probably going to be this, whatever it is. Now, for people wondering what really is going on here, Squad Zero is allowing Yuha to go there. Now, my theory is this. Ichibei, the training he did with Ichigo, is basically stating that the Soul King no longer exists. And the Soul King is actually inside of Ichigo. At least that's my theory. I don't know what else is going to happen with it. We'll see. Well, overall, I thought this was a good episode. A lot of banter, a lot of zombies. Trust me, there's other fights that just get weird, really, really weird. Based on what transpires. But I thought it was interesting. I liked the banter with Gissele and Mayuri, and then you had the banter between Renji and Baspi. I was like, oh man, that's crazy. Um, but more or less, that's where we're at now. Like I said before, I made a discussion video, and I'm trying to grasp exactly how are they going to pull this off. Because if anyone who's read the manga, they know the fight that Ichigo has with Yuha is not really that impressive. I should say the first fight. So I'm wondering with this new scene and us realizing that he went through this training up there with Ichibei, going through that corridor and seeing what he saw and whatever that was going on over there, what does this mean for Ichigo against Yuha? And I don't want to spoil, I don't want to go into more details. It's just a question I figured I'd bring up. But good episode, 9 out of 10, you know. Mayuri greatness, what's to say? It's just Mayuri, you know. But overall, good episode, 9 out of 10. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. And like I said, beginning when I was talking, I just want to let everyone know the reason why I'm doing these videos at this juncture is really the people who's been with me and want to see the content. And people say, oh, your channel's not going to grow. Well, you know what? Then screw it. I don't care. This is for the other people. Well, me getting new subscribers, if they want to come and they want to, watch and subscribe, fine. Or one more, what have you. But if not, then that's currently up to them. This is Vodka 922. This fight is going to get weird. The zombie thing, it gets weird. Because like I said, it's a guy. You'll see. See you guys later. Peace.